G'day Ford fans, Ben Shepherd here at Rebel Ford. I'm excited because today we have the next generation Ford Ranger Wildtrak here in bi-turbo with the premium pack. I'm excited to show you some features. Let's have a look. I've got to start off with the front of the vehicle here. Now, as you can see, it's a completely different design. That part's pretty obvious, but some of the stuff is in the detail, which is not as obvious. Come have a look through here. So this is our performance LED. It's got a C-clamp light. That's pretty standard throughout the range. But if you have a look in here and zoom in, you actually see there's a little light here. And what that does is when you turn the steering wheel to turn into a driveway at night time, that light projects into your driveway so you can see what's in there before you turn in. That's really cool, safe technology. This is part of the premium pack on this model. So you've got performance LED headlights. So rather than in the older models where they had the halogen globes, it was quite a yellow light, hard to project and see. This is a white, clear light that gives you a lot more reach on the light and a lot more vision at night time. Just going over to the grille, you can see the Ford logo, very proud in the middle and nice size, love that. But just below you've got a camera. Now this camera here is multi-purpose. So it's part of your 360-degree camera when you pull into your driveway or parking. But also if you've got it going off-road, this vehicle has an off-road screen. So that will actually project your wheel tracks on the screen and you'll be able to get a detailed overview about the terrain that you're about to drive over. So that's very, very cool. Love this design as well, this flowing design on the Wildtrak. So the grille here is unique to Wildtrak. Just down low as well, this is where your adaptive cruise control is. Very similar to previous model, but just hidden away under the number plate there. Front parking sensors. And if I bring you around the side here, you'll see this little sensor here. Now there's one of these on the front and one of these on the rear. This is for your automatic parking. So if you push a button, the vehicle is going to measure up the gap that you've got available to you and automatically reverse your car into reverse parallel parking. I just love these wheels. Probably my favourite wheels in the whole lineup. Top of the range, deserves the nicest wheel in my opinion. So I like the colour and I like how simplistic it is, but yet looks detailed at the same time. So I really like that. Moving up to the mirror now, and who would have thought that Ford could pack so much technology into the mirror? Come down here, I want to show you something. Under here is your camera. That's for your 360-degree camera and just shows you a bird's eye view of your vehicle on your screen. There's also a light here, so that's your puddle lamps, which we've had in previous models, but it also extends into some new technology to Ford Australia. So that there is part of the zone lighting. And what that does is you get to a campsite or somewhere late at night where it's dark, you can jump on the dash screen, select the areas on the car that you want to light up. These LEDs around the vehicle light up, giving you illumination at night time to set up, so you're not setting up in the dark. That's very cool. Also back to this, we have power fold mirrors now. So if I'm just going to lock the vehicle, mirror folds away, nice and easy, so you know it's locked. And also it's kept in so it doesn't scratch anything if you get in those little driveways that are real tight space. Keyless entry, which we've had before. And if you just come around here, I want to show you something here. New to the Ford range, technology's been around a while, but just updating its safety, blind spot monitoring. So this blind spot monitoring is a little bit different to the other ones that I've seen before, and I'm going to show you later in the video why that's the case. Let's go into the cabin. Stepping up into the cabin here, you'll notice straight away the difference in styling. Ford has spent a lot of time thinking about how the end user, being you, is going to use this vehicle. So with the design team, they've done a great job here. Some really simple things they've implemented. Things like telescopic steering wheels. They've relocated the start button over to the side here where a normal key would go in, and that's allowed them on this side over here to put electric brakes. Just going through a couple of the detailed things as well you get in Wildtrak. Cup holders, only available in Wildtrak. You've got your roller shutter at the back that we'll go to shortly, so that there will control that for you. I'm just going to show you a couple of the unique things that come on the Wildtrak model that you don't really get on anything else. So as I said before, this one here is option with the premium pack. It gives you your Bang & Olufsen sound system, so a 10-speaker system with premium sound. You also get your auxiliary ports up here, so you can change those and put things like spotlights, light bars, winches, and have an auxiliary port to go through rather than having them tacked onto the dash as you would in the previous models. Going across to here as well, unique to Wildtrak, you've actually got another storage box under there, which is very cool, and cup holders either side that pop out. Now this has wireless Apple CarPlay. So wireless Apple CarPlay, we've had Apple CarPlay before in our cars, which is fantastic, and it's a real winner. If you've never had it before, try it out. But the great thing about this one is it's wireless. So all of our phones now are starting to get wireless charging capabilities. They've got a wireless charger down here that you can pop on if you need to charge up, but you just need your phone in the vicinity and your Apple CarPlay comes through on the screen. You've even got a sketch. This is pretty cool, I love this. That you can actually write notes and stuff like that if you need. I love the Ranger. You've also got your settings up the top here. So you push the photo of the Ranger up here, the Ranger icon, and that goes into your controls and your settings. So you can control all your camera. There's your 360-degree camera that we spoke about before. Towing's pretty cool. So you can actually add a trailer in to your towing. So if we jump across to our settings and jump into towing, you can select vehicles that you've got in, trailers that you got in here before. Going down here as well, you've got voice control in this vehicle, which allows you to change the temperature and ask Ford where the local McDonald's might be. But you've also got it all in analog form as well, which is really cluey. So if you'd like to just change it while you're driving along, you can change the temperature as you go through there, change the speed flow, or you can just ask the vehicle to do it through the voice control. The actual design and feel of the car has had a lot of thought into it. So many really soft touch points on the vehicle, and it just gives such a comfortable, nice ride when you're driving around. Air vents in the front, really detailed view, and also air vents in the back now, just down here. Keeps the kidlets happy. Going on to some of the features of the vehicle, this is your electric brake setup in here. So you get a tow bar and electric brake standard on Wildtrak, and it's all integrated, so it's nice. There's no clunky little buttons or anything like that when towing. This screen is really user-friendly. So up the top here, you got your little Ranger. You push that, and that's going to give you all your controls and settings, really easily laid out for you. You jump into settings for driver assistance. Now, some of you I know don't like all the warning symbols that these new cars send out. You can actually turn some of them off in here if you don't like it. So if you like to drive and not worry about alerts and warnings, you can do that through there. Similarly, if you like those things, you can actually turn them on. Really detailed, deep dive into the vehicle in these settings, particularly things like driver's assistance. So you can change your cruise control, your speed limit assist, basically customize the car to the way that you like to drive it. All your sound settings, everything like that. Going down to a few cool little things here with towing. So I know a lot of you tow really heavy, and that's what the Ranger's built its reputation on. You can see here, you can put in different things that you tow. So if you've got multiple trailers for work, or a caravan and a boat, etc, etc, and you put the dimensions into the screen here, and what that will do is extend your blind spot monitoring to the end of your trailer. So that's pretty cool. I don't know any other vehicle on the market that does that currently, and I think that's brilliant technology. I'll show you where the radar is for that shortly. Going through here as well, it's got trailer sway control and trailer connection notification. If we go into the controls for our towing, it's got some really cool things like trailer light check. So you don't have to have anyone out with you when you do it. It'll run through the sequence 5 times, you push start, you can jump out the vehicle and just make sure that all your lights are working. So that's really cool, handy technology. Going through to your zone lighting, as I was telling you about before, we'll turn the power on. You can actually select the different zones which you'd like your lighting to go. Going to your off-road screen that we talked about before, it's just got your wheel track through there and your different four-wheel drive modes through here. Oh, so that's really cool. So I've just discovered this. So your dial here that gives you your four-wheel drive settings, You got your 2 high, your 4 high, and your 4 low, and then your drive modes. So you can actually twist this to change your drive modes. And this actually comes up on the screen here. So you get a digital screen based off what you're towing, whether you go eco mode, whether you're going into a normal mode, and it changes your screen based on what mode you're in. These door handles have been relocated as well. So this is inspired off the F-150 in America. Rather than having the door handles that they used to have up here, you just simply clamp it there and it'll unlock. Really handy and really cool design as well. Just down here, your seats, all electric in the Wildtrak. And your lumbar support's electric as well. Coming around to the back of the vehicle. Now, as I said before, Ford spent a lot of time engineering it for the end user. So what they found on the previous models, a lot of people use the tyre to step up into the back of the tub because this is really hard to access as you go. Ford have now created an actual step here for people to climb up into the back of the vehicle, making it much easier than climbing over the wheel that was there before. Coming to the back of the vehicle, and the first thing that really stands out to me here is the design. So you've got your 4x4 and your Wildtrak symbols, your big bold Ford badge here with a camera underneath, and the Ranger's actually stamped into the rear tailgate, which is pretty cool. These tail lights are really smart. So as part of the premium pack, this part here is all LED through there, and this is your blind spot radar. So it's actually located in the rear of the vehicle, and that's how, when you put your dimensions for your trailer in, it can extend the vision out to the end of your trailer and display that up on the camera. You've also got your tailgate lift. So same as the previous model, easy lift tailgate. I'll make that look really easy. It's not me, I promise. There's actually a swivel in here that takes all the pressure off of that. Really solid feel. On top of the tub, they've actually realized that previous models used to get a lot of scratching and lots of marks on it as it used. So they put this hard top on there. It's a really nice finish. It's a hard plastic, scratch resistant, and much more better for use. Something else they've done here is they've put clamps in. So if you're using the back of your vehicle to, say, cut a block of wood or something like that for work, you actually put that down, put your clamp in, hold your bit of wood, and then measure up and cut as you need. In the lower specs, you've actually got measurements along here. In the Wildtrak, it's all sealed up. Now you've got your roller shutter as well, operational off the key. So I'll show you that, that's electric and goes away. Now some new things that Ford have added into this vehicle. This rail through here on top for tie downs. They found a lot of people tying down to the side of their vehicle and scratching it. You've actually got proper rails now, and hardware rails as well, which is really good. On the inside here, and you'll see over the other side there I'm pointing to, you've got these adjustable tie down points. So these rails run along the inside of the vehicle and you can just adjust that and move it along as you need. Plus you've got these ones that are fixed as well. So you've still got your original 6 fixed ones, and they've added 2 either side, so 4 more adjustable ones, which is pretty handy. You've also got your power socket in here. So that's relocated to the front from the back. Really hard to use in the previous models because it was, as I said, hidden away, so hard to reach. But now Ford have relocated that to the front, so much more useful, and your button to close it. You might notice as well, if you're a previous Ranger owner, when you used to get into the back of these, they actually really hurt your knees because they were really close together. These here are much softer plastic for your knees while being hard wearing, and the channels they've done are much wider, so if you can spend more time in the back of your vehicle without fatigue on your joints. And of course, these are red. Here, that Ford design, really easy to get up, over and in. I hit my foot there, so I made it look really awkward, but it's not that awkward, I promise. It's fine. See what they're getting back out, into the step, and back down. So I'm gonna do one more shot so I don't make it look so awkward. So step up and in to the vehicle like so. Really easy to use. Same with getting back out. Just put my foot down, into the slot, over the top, hold on the rails. So much easier than climbing on top of the tyre. Thanks heaps for watching our video on the next generation Ford Ranger Wildtrak. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments below, or to give me or my team a call at the dealership. we're more than happy to have a test drive as well. So book a time and come down and see us. Thanks again.